Smart transport, trustworthy, transformative, thrive.
In recent development, experts are drawing attention to the commercial implications of Incoterms beyond the basic of DPU. In particular, influence the total of goods, especially when factoring in insurance, transportation, and custom duties. For instance, under Cost, Insurance and Freight or CIF, the seller takes responsibility for transportation and insurance up to the destination port. While this might offer greater convenience for buyers, it often results in higher price. In contrast, Xwork or EXW place more control in the hand of buyer, but also increase their risk burden. Additionally, Incoterms play a critical role in shaping international contracts. The right selection can streamline negotiation by clarifying the division of responsibilities for shipping process. However, if these terms are chosen without care, disputes over delivery locations, delay and damage can become inevitable.
From a risk management perspective, global trade faces significant challenges, particularly in the context of political and economic fluctuations. Shift in government policies, new trade regulations and restrictions can lead to unexpected delays or even cancellation of shipments. Therefore, implementing risk assessment that focuses on specific trade routes or regions has become crucial in mitigating these risks. Moreover, sustainability is becoming a key focus for businesses worldwide. As companies adopt greener practice, there is a growing pressure to reduce carbon emissions in shipping and optimize routes for lower fuel usage. While these efforts are beneficial, they introduce new risks such as availability and cost of green technology or delays caused by infrastructure limitations. Another critical concern is cybersecurity. With the increasing digitization of export-import processes, the risk of cyber attacks on logistical systems has risen. Data breaches involving sensitive information like custom documentation or financial details could cause severe delays and financial losses. Companies are encouraged to adopt robust cybersecurity protocols and conduct regular audit to ensure protections.
An often overlooked but essential aspect of Incoterms is their impact on insurance coverage. Under specific terms such as FCA or free carrier, it is buyer's responsibility to arrange for insurance from the moment the seller delivers the goods to the carrier. However, this can lead to a situation where the buyer assumes they are fully covered but finds themselves underinsured. It's crucial for both parties to fully understand their insurance obligation under different Incoterms to prevent gaps in coverage.
In addition to insurance, another important factor to consider is supply chain flexibility. Recent disruptions, whether caused by natural disaster or pandemics, have highlighted the need for companies to adapt quickly. One solution is having contingency plans such as alternative routes or secondary suppliers in place should primary ports or regions become inaccessible. This falls under the broader issue of global supply chain resilience. Diverse suppliers and transportation routes is a key strategy in minimizing risk and ensuring that disruption that don't cripple the entire operations. By actively monitoring global political and environmental factors using advanced digital tools, businesses can react more swiftly to emerging challenges.
In conclusion, Incoterms and risk management in import-export operations extend beyond the basic principles. Factors like cost structures, contract terms, insurance, and emerging risks, whether from economic shifts, sustainability efforts, or cybersecurity, play an increasingly pivotal role.
Indeed, by proactively addressing these broader issues, businesses can not only meet current industry standards but also position themselves to effectively navigate future challenges in global trade.
Hi, good day everyone. So my name is Yoga Ganesh, son of Subhas. My matrix number is 08DPI23F1089. Alright, so as for today, we are here from Smart Transport Company and I'm as a logistic coordinator and the team leader, and go along with my team members where I in various positions like Incoterm expert, operation manager and risk analyst have scheduled a meeting with our clients seeking to use our company's export services. So today we are here to walk you through one of the most important Incoterms of 2020 edition, which is DPU, Delivered at Place Unloaded, which stands for Delivery at Place Unloaded. This term is particularly useful for businesses looking for end-to-end logistic solution where the seller handles the unloading process. Alright, so before we dive into the details, let me give you a quick background on our company. We have been in freight forwarding businesses for the past 15 years, serving our clients across the globe with a focus on efficiency and reliability. So our experience allows us to navigate international shipping challenges seamlessly, especially when dealing with complex Incoterms like DPU. So right, before I hand it over to Baim, our Incoterms expert, let me give you a quick brief overview of DPU, or Delivery at Place Unloaded. So DPU is one of the 11 Incoterms of the 2020 edition, and it's particularly useful for companies that want the seller to handle almost the entire shipping process, including the unloading the goods at the final destination. So under DPU, the seller is fully responsible for the most of the things, for organizing transportation, handling the export customs, delivering the goods to the agreed location, and unloading the goods there. This means that the seller's responsibility and only after the goods are safely unloaded at the buyer's destination or location.
Alright, thank you, Yoga. So my name is Ibrahim and I am an Incoterms expert for our company. So before we go through more details about DPU, let me explain about Incoterms. What is Incoterms?
Right.
So Incoterms stand for International Commercial Terms. They are essentially a set of standardized trade rules created by International Chamber of Commerce (ICC).
Right.
Alright. Incoterms is important in international trade because they clearly define the responsibilities between exporters and importers. They help clarify who is in charge of tasks like shipping, insurance, and duties. They also minimize the chances of legal disputes by standardizing expectation. So on top of that, Incoterms aid in cost control, allowing exporters and importers to manage and forecast expenses effectively. Alright, so that is an explanation for Incoterms. So now let me explain about DPU, which is Delivery at Place Unloaded.
Okay.
Alright, in more details, DPU is one of the most comprehensive Incoterms. Alright, and it's unique because it places significant responsibility on the seller, particularly for unloading the goods. Under DPU, the seller is responsible for all costs and risks associated with transporting the goods to a specific destination, as well as unloading them. This means that the seller arranges and pays for the entire transportation process, whether it's by sea, air, or road, right up to the delivery point, which is usually the buyer promises a port or another agreed upon location. Alright, so what makes DPU different from other Incoterms is that the seller must also handle the unloading of the goods at the destination. This requires careful coordination and often involves additional equipment or labor to ensure the goods are unloaded safely and without damage.
See, alright.
Alright, so once the goods are unloaded, the risk and responsibility are transferred from the seller to the buyer.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Alright. So for the buyer, DPU offers several advantages. The buyer does not need to worry about transportation or the complex logistics involved in unloading the goods. However, once the goods are unloaded, the buyer takes on the responsibility for import custom, clearance and any additional transportation required to move the goods to their final destination.
I see.
DPU is often chosen when the buyer prefers a hand-off approach to the initial stages of delivery, but wants to control over what happens after the goods are on the ground. This makes ideal for shipment where the buyer doesn't have the capacity or resources to manage the transportation and unloading themselves. However, this is important to note that the seller needs to be well prepared for this level of responsibility, especially in ensuring that the goods are unloaded safely. Any issue during the unloading process, such as damage to the goods or delays, the seller is responsible until everything is complete successfully. Alright. So in conclusion, DPU provide a high level of convenience for the buyer, but require detailed planning and execution from the seller to ensure that the goods are transported and unloaded without any issues. Alright. For the companies like our company, DPU is an excellent option when clients want a more comprehensive services, and we have experience to manage all the aspects of this process. Alright. So that's DPU.
Alright, thank you Ibrahim for the very good explanation about DPU. So now I would like to invite our operation manager, Mr. Ahmad, to talk about the responsibility and cost involved in this DPU.
Thank you, Yoga. As a operation manager, my job is to make sure the shipping process runs smoothly, especially under DPU, where the seller is responsible for delivering and unloading the goods at the buyer's location. With DPU, the focus is on two key areas, transportation and unloading. First, we plan the transport from the seller's side to the final destination, coordinating with carriers by sea, air or road to ensure the goods arrive on time. And next, unloading is crucial. The seller must handle this, so we ensure the right equipment and people are ready to safely unload the goods at the buyer's location. We work with local partners to make sure goes smoothly and to avoid delays or damage. Other than that, we also take care of export custom clearance, making sure all paperwork is in order so the goods can leave the country without issues. Our team is experienced in handling customs, so the process is smooth. Of course, challenges come up like delays due to traffic, strike and bad weather. We prepare for this situation by monitoring shipment closely and having backup plans in place to keep things on track. So once the goods are unloaded, the buyers take over. We make sure all the necessary documents are ready for smooth and handover. So the buyer can handle import custom and final transport. So DPU requires careful planning, coordination and flexibility, but with our experience and strong partnership, we manage the process effectively to deliver goods safely and on time.
Alright, so great points, Ahmad. So to summarize, under DPU, the seller's responsibility extends all the way to unloading the goods at the destination. So the next shift to the buyers once the goods are safely on the ground, right? So this is actually an ideal option if you want control over your final delivery but don't want to deal with the unloading process yourself. So it actually minimizes your risk until the goods are fully offloaded.
Thank you, Yoga and Ahmad, for your explanations. So, me as a risk and issues analyst, my role focuses on identifying and mitigating challenges during the delivered at place unloaded stage of export-import operations. There are several key risks to consider. First one is delays at custom. Custom delays can occur due to incomplete or incorrect documentation, requiring additional inspections or clarifications. This can lead to extended holding times, causing disruptions down the supply chains and increasing costs for both parties. These unloading issues. When goods are being unloaded, equipment malfunctions or mishandling can lead to damage, which not only affects the quality of the products but also the timeline of the delivery. Delays in getting replacement equipment or repairing damaged goods can further disrupt the process. Third, miscommunication regarding the unloading locations. Misunderstanding about the precise delivery point can result in confusions with deliveries being made to the wrong place or delayed as the correct location is confirmed. This can lead to additional transportations, cost, and lost time. So, to tackle this risk, we implement several key safety measures. Let's take a look at the whiteboard. As you can see here, the first point is insurance. Comprehensive insurance options are crucial in case goods are damaged during the shipping or unloading. Insurance ensures financial protection and reduce the impact of unexpected losses or damage, keeping the business secure. Second point we got here is communications. Clear communication channel ensuring that all parties involved, from transport companies to customs officials, are on the same page is very essential. We emphasize clear protocols and regular updates to avoid any miscommunications, especially when it comes to unloading locations and timelines. Last but not least, we got the third point, plans. Contingency plans are in place for various scenarios. For custom delays, we work closely with custom brokers to expedite the clearance process where possible. If unloading equipment fails, having backup equipment on standby ensure minimal downtime. Similarly, in the case of location miscommunications, having secondary plans like alternative unloading sites reduce the risk of costly delays. That's all from me. Thank you.
So thank you, Kayu, for highlighting the potential risk and the measures we can take to mitigate them. So as you've mentioned just now, DPU can represent certain challenges, particularly during the unloading process. With careful planning and strong partnership, we are confident in managing this risk effectively. So our team ensures that everything from transportation to unloading from A to Z is handled smoothly and in compliance with all communication regulations. So we also maintain our regular communication with our clients to keep them updated at every stage and reducing uncertainty and ensuring transparency.
Smart transport, trustworthy, transformative, thrive.